name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
The squad were talking. Okay, Meghan always speak to my soul. I hear her pain, her resilience and encouragement. I know I would have lost it if I was in her shoes. She gives me hope. Nothing is permanent, including the pain. Meghan, thank you for being vulnerable and speaking your truth on the podcast. All right, same here. I tear up because to see such beautiful soul be crucified just because she fell in love and is black and knows her worth is heartbreaking. Love this woman to bits. She is an icon for all women and girls today. Stand up to bullies and thrive. Well said. There's one video I did early on into me covering Harry and Meghan, where I said Meghan is an inspiration for young women. Young girls could look up to her. I remember exactly where I was when that came to mind. I was camping. And then like around 6 early morning, and I was thinking about it, and I grabbed my phone and recorded my thought. And then once I came back from camping, came home, and I made the video out of the voice that whatever I recorded. Okay, she's very intelligent too. I truly enjoy listening to people like her. She's amazing and amusing at the same time. Me too. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, I also love how she shared the importance of the word yet. Yeah, that's another thing as well. That was really enlightening to hear. I'm still crying. OMG. Let's pause that. There's that. You will not be able to breathe and not me. Take your foolishness off my page. Okay, I blocked this person. Let's move on. Next tweet. There was one YouTube video that I watched. It was recommended to me. This particular YouTuber, it's a lady. She's probably what? Maybe the most I could think is 50. And that particular video that she did, I think she was making a reference to vocabulary of Gen Z. And then I went on her page and watched some other things. And one of the videos that I saw of hers is how some, like, the devil is always lurking. She was making reference to while she was at the supermarket. Okay, it's very scratchy to me. I don't remember the full details, but I'm gonna explain as much as I can. While she was at the supermarket, there's this lady with her baby, and the baby was making some noise. A child, okay, a baby making noise. It doesn't mean much. People will just walk away. And meanwhile, there was someone else who was bothered by the baby making the noise. And she made the reference to where the devil is always around. They come in many forms, shape, size, form, whatever it may be. Meanwhile, the mother with the child didn't even notice that the other person was annoyed by the baby. And she, the YouTuber, had a conversation with the person who was annoyed by the baby. And I forgot how it went, but it's just to show you sometimes, things happen and the devil's always around to disturb your peace of mind. And I think the person with the baby didn't even notice that whoever was annoyed by the baby. If I find that link, I'll share it with you. All right, she still look at him with that look even years later. That's a soulmate. There's that. That was in Canada. All right, that's an ad. Let's move on. Next tweet. Still making reference to that. Okay, she is so freaking beautiful. Okay, she truly is. I can guarantee anyone who jumps into this thread to say she's not either hiding their own face or she'll have hidden it. Okay, I think I put this twice. Let me pause to remove one of them. Alright, so I don't see it. Maybe I put the same link. Next one. There's that. When Meghan said for a certain period in her life she was in the trenches, I felt that. There's that here. Right there with you. Yeah, we all saw the BS that was being played out. I think this is how I got started talking about her almost every day. Well, somebody asked to put more tweets, videos out there, but we saw it. Next one, let's pause this. Have you noticed my husband is a fox? He's very handsome. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. She loved that ginger. That's all he was looking for, someone to love him for himself. Alright, let's see here. I can't play the audio, but yeah. And I remember there's a video I saw, I do not have it, where Harry was talking about when he was in the army, there's no way he will start a family. And he let people know this is someone who really thinks deeply about his life and his future. He was like, there's no way I will raise a family or create a family while he was in the army, because of things that he was seeing, and family, kids, children who were being, separated for so long. He was like, nah, he was not gonna create a family while he was in the army. Right? Yes, Meghan, we know this. And so do the jealous Derangers and hags that attacked you. I love her. She said, look at him. Let's pause this. And so, is that why she gave us 2 complete redheads? Not even a slight curl on Princess Lily's head. Mr. Ginger should come and pay pride price, because our girls love him down. Okay, this girl love her man, and who can blame her? Alright, that's so cute. People are laughing, better looking than the other brother. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I remember that interview she did way before they met, and they asked her which one she would choose, and randomly she just said Harry, and that's what happened. The universe was asking, searching, and listening, and delivers. This is Jodiva. Who's going to stop her from using HRH? What are they going to do? Take away their security, cut off their fundings, and send them to the tower? I think I respond to one of these. She was to not use HRH for commercial purposes. These people need to take a seat. There's the check here, she respond. My comment should be somewhere here. Maybe not. Okay, I thought I responded to it. Okay. A note on a gift to a friend is not commercial purpose. LOL, try harder. Oh, that was actually my point. Sorry if it wasn't clear. I believe the Sussexes are a beautiful family. Okay, the basket doesn't look like a recent gift. Most likely was sent when she was using the HRH. They know, they just twist to fit their narrative. It was part of a Syndrome agreement which Charles III broke when he stopped their funding and security. This effectively means Meghan is well within her right to sell Duchess cookies and HRH toothpaste. Like she said, one of the comments said here, this is not commercial. This was a gift she sent. Okay, frankly, Meghan is American. She can do whatever her heart desires. She is being gracious because they are actually her in-laws and she loves her husband. All right, let's pause this. That deal died when they chucked them out of Frogmore and made Camilla queen against Queen Elizabeth II's stated wishes. Exactly. Take away her house in Windsor. I mean, what they did about the Frogmore to them, it's unbelievable. They're all a baggage for God. Next tweet. All right, let's pause this. Derangers not realizing they are actually complimenting Duchess Meghan by insisting that her bare face is filled with makeup. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, she said she didn't use... I mean, there's no reason for her to lie. She said she's not using makeup. You could see she didn't use any makeup. There's no lipstick, nothing. Derangers, I want her skincare routine too. There's that here. Okay, this particular Deranger said Meghan, quote, is definitely not good looking. Use your own judgment. I don't want karma to come after me. Okay, but she has a full face of makeup and still look like a rat. Oh my God, the squad don't play. Got it. Always the ugliest that hit on Duchess Meghan. Okay, and did this one. I need these delusional cows to get real. Oh my Lord. Actually, this is me right now here. Gosh, two very beautiful women, and importantly, they both know how laughing can stop one crying in this hard world. There's the heart here. Well done, girls. Princess Botox couldn't really achieve the youthfulness Princess Meghan has. The only way Kitty could look presentable is by makeup and Photoshop. Meanwhile, Meghan just look amazing. Haters can't cope. Translation, they can deal with her natural stunningness. For real. Alright, let's go to the next one. It's just childish. Just childish. Next tweet. Who is going to check her, boo? Alright, so there's the gift that she sent, and where she said HRH, Duchess of Sussex. Alright, that was a gift Meghan sent, and these people are going crazy. Alright, is this recent? Yes, there's the laugh here. Love this for her. People are laughing. Since they want to continue talking about her, she might as well give them something to talk about. Okay, seeing this picture, I don't know. Why will she use HRH and promote another product? That's not her. Okay, I don't know. Was it something? If my memory served me well, something that happened to someone, and then she sent that gift to that particular person. Oh my gosh, they are really trying to say this as from Meghan. Laughing my ass off. Someone on Facebook was just telling me she was sending stuff out with HRH. Minutes ago, this happened. I was like, you're lying. None of her packages said that. LOL. And there's the laugh here. But the other ones that she sent for her friend, the, how do you call this? The gem, she didn't say that. I don't think I came across anything that said HRH. But anyway, regarding the gem. But this one is a gift from what I understand. And when you look at the gem as well, she sent them to her friends as a gift. So if they want to post it on social media, that's their prerogative. But the thing is that the one that is showing here does not have her product. There is something behind those ice cream, but the label is turned around. That's the only thing. So I don't know. Okay, so this is the next tweet. I love this. I hope all the voter literally choke on this. I hope this snack William and Kate and their stupid fourth vacation off all the front pages. Alright, so Russell Myers, Meghan Markle caught controversy as Duchess of Sussex signed gifts from HRH against agreement with the late Queen. Okay. The Windsors then hold up the end of the agreement with the Queen. Why should the Sussexes? Exactly. I want her to use HRH to sign every mother effing things, including deliveries from UPS and FedEx. The squad or something, they go beyond. From my understanding, which some of the squad already said, it was not to be used for commercial purposes, but she could still retain her HRH. Right, the Windsors didn't hold up the end of the agreement of Queen Elizabeth. Why should the Sussexes? Imagine this, they bring that to court. I would love to see the argument regarding that. Let's see here. Somebody put something here. All right, the palace broke the agreement first. The agreement is null. There was nothing signed and filed to prevent Harry and Meghan from using titles if they so desire. If Meghan wants to use her HRH title to gift a basket, then she can. Harry and Meghan did not lose any of their titles, including HRH. Let's see here. Oh my God, this is so small. Okay, what was the agreement between Harry and Meghan and Queen Elizabeth? This is very small. In January 2020, at the Syndrome Summit, Queen Elizabeth II and Senior Royal Charles, William, and Harry negotiated the Sussex's exit from full-time royal duties. The key and formal agreement was Harry and Meghan will step back from being senior working royals. They will not use their HRH titles publicly, but still retain them legally. Okay, if you still retain them legally and then you send something, a gift, not commercial, but it was private, and if the person decided to take a picture of it, that's the person doing, and then the gift that she sent was not her product. Okay, keep that in mind. They will not use their HRH title publicly but still retain them legally. They will keep their Duke and Duchess of Sussex title. They will be allowed to pursue private financial activities, example, commercial work like Netflix, Spotify. They agree to uphold the Queen's values, meaning no action that will damage the crown. I mean, with what the royal family is doing, they're damaging themselves. Okay, a 12 months, that's the key here. 12 months period will be set, which they book already from taking their security, meaning the arrangement could be reevaluated in 2021. They broke that. There will be understanding of dignity and respect on both sides. No smear campaign, no retaliation. The smear campaign, who's doing the smear campaign? Okay, we learned from Prince Harry, the royal family usually dictate to the royal rats on what to write in their papers.
Criticisms that you've received is that, well, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto. And it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story. And in the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayed.
The press and the media.
That's
and as
true.
they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why haven't...
And if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grandson?
Well, okay, that's a very... The idea...
Why are there never any
Well, I think that's
stories
fascinating.
about Prince William?
Were William and Kate involved in briefing against them originally? I don't know. That's a good point.
Okay. Additionally, privately, Harry believed they will continue to have some level of security funded or organized to the official means, especially given his military service and their security threats. They will not be publicly attacked or undermined by palace aid or family members through the press. See, all of that. The royal family already messed that up. Okay, how did the royal family break this agreement? Let's see here. 1, security was pulled completely, despite Harry believed they had an understanding it will continue during transition. Harry later sued the UK government after being denied the ability to personally fund his police protection. I think we just went over the appeal process. The thing, the judge haven't come, like the final judgment on the appeal haven't come out yet. Fact, Harry discussed this directly in interviews and court documents. Okay, 2, the palace briefed against them to the press. That's another one that they break, the royal family. And violation of the dignity and respect, understanding one fact. The BBC documentary, The Princess and the Press, reported that palace aides from other households leaked negative stories about Harry and Meghan. There's that. Okay, 3. This is, okay, she put here, how the royal family break the agreement. All right. The 12 months review was basically abandoned. Instead of reviewing their new roles in early 2021, the palace announced in February 2021 that the Sussex's honorary military titles and remaining patronages were formally stripped months earlier without further negotiation. Fact, Buckingham Palace statement confirming the return of patronages was made public on February 19, 2021. 4. I wasn't going to read all of that, but for the sake of this, let me read it. They were black from using Sussex royal branding after they had invested time and money in building it. Yeah. Okay. Although this was arguably within royal prerogative, Harry and Meghan felt it was a punitive move. 5. Mental health support was denied to Meghan despite the Queen's general public emphasis on mental health being important. Okay, Meghan revealed she sought help through palace channels during a time of suicidal thought, but was told it will not be possible because it will reflect badly on the institution. Okay, very important. There was no signed legal contract about this point. It was an understanding based on discussion, public statement, and private conversation. That is true, because when you look, things that went in court as well, and this is why Harry wanted to make sure it was done properly.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there.
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
The way that I saw it was, there is a way of doing things, but for us, for this union and the specifics around her race, there was an opportunity, many opportunities, for my family to show some public support.
Because these people always tend to go back, okay, to renegotiate, or not renegotiate, to revise the agreement based on their narrative. So all of this is coming out publicly now. There was nothing that was signed. Because of that, each side interpreted the agreement differently, leading a resentment when those expectations clash. All right, so there's all of that. Is there any more? Oh my God, there's that. Harry and Meghan retained their HRH status, his or her Royal Highness, legally. They are not stripped of it by the Queen. Usage under the 2020 agreement makes it the agreement not to actively use HRH title in any public, commercial, or working capacity. Formal announcement, Buckingham Palace official statement, January 2020 said, quote, "The Sussexes will not use their HRH title as they are no longer working member of the royal family. Other titles, they still fully hold the title Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Earl." There's Harry's all titles here. It was seen as a nod of respect. Stripping HRH completely would have been viewed as a harsh and reminiscent of how Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson, after divorces, lost their right to use HRH. The Queen reportedly wanted to avoid that kind of public humiliation. All right, there's that summary. Okay, Harry and Meghan still are HRH Harry, Duke of Sussex, HRH Meghan, Duchess of Sussex officially, but they voluntarily agree not to use HRH in a day-to-day life or professional work. All right, so nothing was signed, and it was a decision that they made. That's that. All right, there's more here. Okay, bottom line, legally and formally, Harry and Meghan are still HRH. They choose not to use it publicly out of respect for their agreement with Queen Elizabeth. They are not banned from it or stripped like Diana was. And the other thing as well, as I was reading this is a good one here. These people, Charles better be careful right now, because this is being raised. And those shadow government who's running the show behind the scene, you don't know their faces, but who keep the royal family on a string.
Your relationship with your father? Is he taking your calls now?
Yeah. He is. There's a lot to work through there. You know, I feel really let down because he's been through something similar. He knows what pain feels like. My father and my brother, they are trapped. They don't get to leave. And I have huge compassion for that.
Charles better be careful right now when this is being discussed now. Because when they want something, okay? Because now Charles, how will I say that? The thing that I'm thinking here, where they will do what they did to the queen and then put the next one in line so they could run the show. Let me just leave it as that. I'm gonna stop now. I'm more than an hour here. I have more to share and I'm almost done. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I will continue. This is the next video. Okay, part 2. Okay, so the squad are laughing.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.